Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Closers. Today we have Rob Silva. He's going to talk to us about how he gets the majority of his listings from for sale by owner leads. So he's going to share some tips he uses and how he's actually converting these leads into actual listings. So let's dive right into the video. Welcome to Coffee with Closers. In this series, we interview top real estate producers that are out there making big things happen in the real estate industry. That way you can learn from their failures and their big wins so you can start winning more in your real estate business. Welcome to the video. Today we have Rob. Rob, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much.
And you're welcome. You're welcome. So this is a really good one, and it's for the agents out there that are trying to figure out the game of for sale by owners. Rob has been in real estate for a couple of years now, but he's still a young agent. You're 23 years old now, right?
Yep.
And you're getting the majority of your listings from for sale by owners. So you're cold calling and you're actually converting these into actual clients and then commissions and sales.
Yep.
That's huge. So I wanted to bring you on and share some knowledge on how you're doing this, maybe some struggles that you faced when you first started calling.
Yeah.
And how you're finding a lot of success with this lead source. Because I know it's a challenging one.
For sure.
And a lot of agents hesitate to call because they feel like, for sale by owners don't want to talk to them or they hang up on them. So I'm curious to know how you're doing it and what tips you have.
Yeah, well, I think the first thing is you can't quit.
I like that.
Day one, we were talking about earlier, the first day, you're going to question whether this is actually possible if you can get somebody to list with you. Think about it. For sale by owner, they don't trust you, they don't know you, they don't like realtors, they don't want to pay you.
Exactly.
So how can somebody come in off a phone call and convert that? So it is a challenge for sure.
It is,
I think another broad piece of advice on that is it's a numbers game. You're not going to call 10 leads and get 9. If you are, you got to let me know how you're doing it.
Yes.
Because that's impressive.
That'd be huge.
It's more like 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10.
Still good numbers.
Which isn't bad.
10, 20%.
Which is okay. And that's the thing. And that's of people that you talk to. A lot of those are going to be voicemails. So you have to stay patient and persistent with it. Is the main thing. And there's a lot of scripts out there. You have to find something that works for you. Don't try to be somebody you're not.
Yes.
Even, especially over the phone. They can tell when you're full of shit.
Yes.
And that's just the truth.
Yep.
I always try to lead with value. Are you having any problems? Are you having any struggles? What's been the feedback? Are you getting offers? Come in the way a doctor would. You have a great listing. Why hasn't it sold yet? Kind of take it from there. And I like to present myself as, a backup plan. If it doesn't work out, I love what you're doing. I really admire it. But if it doesn't work out, is there any future where you could see yourself working with a listing agent?
Yes.
And then following up. The main thing is lead follow up. Very rarely will you get someone to meet with you, let alone list with you, just after one call. Again, a lot of other agents, they try to get you to list with them over the phone. That's not your goal. Your goal is to get in front of them and then show them how you bring that value.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. So now, is there any particular plan that you're using, like a follow-up plan? Because I'm assuming that when you first call them, they don't want to hear it. They want nothing to do with it. They might talk to you for 5 minutes. Yep. But after that, is there a specific plan that you're following to get these people to engage and maybe list with you in 30, 60, 90 days kind of thing?
Yeah. So, I do the first initial phone call. If the phone call is terrible and I don't think I'm going to be able to I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not
Makes
gonna,
sense. Yep.
You have to know what leads you need to throw out. But if I'm able to build some rapport and I'd be open to working with an agent, if it made sense or of course. So what I do right away, send them my email. I send them an email with my resume.
I like that.
And then I do a handwritten card. Thanks so much for the call. Really appreciate your time. Anything I can do, let me know. And then, maybe a week or two later, depending on, the lead, of course, you call them again and then maybe send them an email. Hey, I was just thinking about you. Or you follow them on Facebook. You kind of have to remember that people do business with people that they know, like, and trust.
Yes. Yep.
So you need to help them know, like, and trust you.
Yes.
Is the main thing.
That's huge. So know, like, and trust, you send that initial email and then you're trying to get in front of these people as fast as possible to maybe do a walkthrough, preview the house, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now, I assume when you first call these people, you're not saying, hey, I have a buyer, let me bring a buyer to you, right?
No, I like to know if they're open to it because there are some scenarios where I do have a buyer. But the other thing is too, if they're not open to working with a buyer's agent from the start, chances are they're not going to ever be open to listing with an agent.
Yes. Yep.
So I like to use that line. I don't say I have a buyer, but would you be open to working with a buyer's agent? Sometimes I do have a buyer, and the truth is, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to want to buy it.
Yep.
But just to know, that question really gauges interest level. And from there, I can determine if this is a lead worth working or if not. And then I'm very quick, or if hey, do you have a buyer? No, I actually don't have a buyer. But if I were to find somebody, would you want to be open to working, and would you be paying us a commission?
That makes total sense. Okay.
That's how I start with it.
So basically, from start to finish, because you've converted a couple of these now, what's the average time frame from first call to the time that they're signing a contract with you to list their house?
Yeah, usually 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
So that's 4 calls, maybe 4 emails.
So 20 to 30 days kind of thing?
Yeah, like a 20 to 30 day process. Because, you call somebody one day and they tell you no then. They're not going to say yes the next day. So really working your CRM and making those reminders of, hey, I do have to call this guy.
That's huge.
These things really do take time, and you have to let it marinate. As their days on market grows higher, they're going to feel that pain a little bit more, and they're going to be more open to other options.
That's huge.
Or they'll just take it off the market, and then you realize, well, that wasn't real to begin with.
They gave up. There was really no motivation there.
Exactly.
Now, the question I do have is, because I know this is a big thing that a lot of agents bring up when they think for sale by owners. They're thinking, well, why am I going to call this lead source? Because the market's so hot, it's going to sell anyway, and they're not going to use an agent. So what's been your experience with that? Are a lot of these listings selling before you can actually get that chance when the high days of the market stack up and you can get them? Or are you not seeing that?
Yeah, I am seeing that. There are a handful of leads that I've had that I thought I was going to convert. And they did sell, and you still follow up. Hey, congratulations! Is there anything that I can do for you?
That's
Are you looking to buy? Are you looking to? Do you have any other properties? Because they are still database ads. You're building relationships with them above all else.
I love that. Yep.
Even if it doesn't turn into a transaction, it could turn into a relationship, which could bring transactions from referrals, or maybe they want to do business with you on another deal.
That's so true. And I've actually had that same situation where somebody, they ended up selling, but they're like, hey, you know what? You followed up all this time. I know you're a good agent. If I get someone that wants to buy or sell, I'm going to send them your way. And they have.
Absolutely.
So it's something that you might not get that initial sale, but you might get somebody that they know, like a family member or a friend.
Absolutely.
And it could turn into more transactions.
100%.
So it's a great strategy. And you said that you follow up using a CRM?
Yeah. I use Follow Up Boss.
Same. Yep.
It's easy for me to know who I have to call, when I have to call them, and what I need to talk about.
That's awesome.
Because each conversation is going to be different. If I call Ross and I know Ross is a big Red Sox or Bruins fan or whatever, I want to be able to mention, hey, did you see the game? Did you catch
you
that?
have notes and everything.
Exactly.
That's huge.
Exactly.
That's huge. Yeah, Follow Up Boss is a really good system.
That is a great
We
tool.
use that as well on our team. So they have email campaigns and drip campaigns and deal flow tabs. There's so many things you can do with that system. It's just a total game changer.
Yeah.
And it's not too bad
REDX.
either. Oh, okay.
REDX.
Yep. Oh, so you use REDX to dial, and then you're using the CRM to keep stack and kind of keep track of everything that's going on in your business.
Yep.
I think operating a real estate business without a CRM is a big mistake.
Yeah, you have to have it.
It's kind of like your business in a box.
Yeah,
it's what it is.
Yeah.
I see so many agents that don't have one or don't even know what a CRM is. I'm like,
it's very easy to get lost. You wake up and you're like, who do I have to call today? What do I have going on today? You really have to live by your calendar.
Yeah.
And know what you're supposed to be doing on a given day. You don't have a boss to come in and say, I need this, this, and this done. You need to keep track of it yourself. And I think that's a very, very important tool to have.
That's huge. I agree. So thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. Definitely good tips. If you have any questions about for sale by owner lead conversion, drop in the comment section below, and we will do everything I can and Rob can to get back to you. And if you like this kind of content for real estate entrepreneurs, smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.